Hello, brunchers. This is Roger. Alexis and I would like you to know that this episode was recorded before the November 5th elections. Look out for our episode next week, where Alexis and I will discuss the implications we believe this election will have on our culture. In the meantime, we hope you enjoy this episode as we brace for the next 4 years. This is Brunch, Blaze, and Babble,
where we eat, elevate, and talk about
media trends from the past,
the present,
and the future
from a Black perspective.
I'm your host, Roger Turner.
And I'm your host, Alexis Bertrand.
So sit back,
spark up,
and let's get into it. Hey, friend, how are you?
Hey, Roger, baby, how you doing?
Good. How was your brunch?
I'm good. My brunch was good. So listen, I did a breakfast burrito. I tried to make me a breakfast burrito, but it actually turned out pretty good. Had a little egg, little sausage, green pepper, and that kind of stuff in it. It was actually pretty good. So I had that, a little salsa, and kept it moving. What'd you do for brunch?
I had some pancakes. We went to the diner near me, Neptune Diner 2.
I love
Diner
Neptune.
2. Yeah. And had some great pancakes. They were delicious. It was good.
That's great. I love that.
Scale of 1 to 10. How high are you?
Baby, I'm at an 8 right now. This feels like, and I feel like I'm cruising at this nice 8. This was by Bong.
Okay.
So I love my little filtration system.
I know you love a good filtration system.
I really do. Good. What about you?
I too am at an 8. I can't do nobody smoking, so I ingested, and I'm really enjoying this gummy that I've been doing. It's really
I've been getting into the gummies lately.
It's been pretty good, and they've been doing me well.
Nice. So you ready to get today's episode?
Yeah, let's get into it. What are we talking about today?
Okay, so listen, brunchers, inspired by the upcoming winter holidays, I'll call that, right? In the States, we celebrate all types of things. You have Thanksgiving, you have other faith traditions that happen, but essentially what's happening during these months is everybody's getting together with our favorite F word, family. So
okay, this is your favorite F word.
Okay, I guess.
I mean,
but you know what? That's exactly what it feels like sometimes. So today's episode is inspired by our favorite family films or television shows.
Yep.
So, and the caveat here is, friends, is that Roger and I both we both allow a looser term to family. So not this quote unquote traditional model. Family can be family by blood, or family that you actually choose. So I think some of the selections you hear, you might be like, that doesn't sound like traditional family, because it's not, because family is really what you make it and the people who you love and who you care for.
Amen.
So today's episode is all about family favorites.
All right. Well,
get into it.
All right. Well, I think it's time for us to pull back that curtain. Yeah, let's do it.
Pull back that curtain, boo. Okay, what you got for us, Roger? Pull it back.
Okay, so family movies usually dominate the box office season between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah, because
they have a target too.
Yeah, they have a target window. So you have that Thanksgiving weekend, and then everybody's building up right after Thanksgiving to Black Friday and to the holiday season. So you're going to have a lot of holiday movies flooding the box office, but they're definitely a big family season. But we have a broader term for family movies. So
I also want to point out, our family sitcoms are traditionally more popular, because if we go all the way back when sitcoms first started, that was people's only definition into what families actually looked like.
And, Marvel has recreated what the family movie is. A lot of the big action superhero movies are also considered family-friendly movies, although they're pretty violent.
I love a good violent moment, but we won't go down that road. Okay, all right. So let's get into what our picks are. All right.
What you got?
Like to start us off, or I can start us off?
I'll start us off. So my pick, number one, my first pick for a family getting together, enjoying the movie is Hidden Figures.
Oh, I love that.
Listen, so I have quite a few family members that are members of a historically black sorority, and and all of these main characters in Hidden Figures. It's about three black women that were essential in America making it to the moon at NASA.
Mm-hmm.
All of these women were members of that organization.
I knew that.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. That is a great pick.
And the performances are great. You have, of course, Taraji P. Henson, Janelle Monáe. They're just some really, really great performances in this movie. And you got, of course, Kevin Costner, whatever.
Not Kevin. We ain't gonna do that to Kevin.
He's not my favorite, but whatever.
I mean, he ain't supposed to be your favorite. He's supposed to be, Marigold's and Karen's favorite.
Oh, well, go ahead, Marigold and Karen. Y'all have a good time. Where'd you get these names from, Marigold and Karen?
I was trying to think of just, old classy white women. That's what I was trying to think of, just old and classy and white.
Octavia Spencer, all of them. It's a good movie. Great performances, tearjerker, and really interesting topic. It's a historical movie.
I love that. Yes.
Okay, what you got?
So what I got is, I'm gonna bring it on down. You might remember this film. So y'all, I'm gonna talk about my first pick is this movie called Dirty Laundry.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot to give Hidden Figures a BBB score. We're going to give all of them a BBB score. Hidden Figures definitely scores a 4 for me.
I mean, yes, it's all the things. It catches all the things. It does all of the things. So I'm into it. Now, so yes, so Dirty Laundry, it didn't make a huge box office smash, but it did make a splash. And it's this great film featuring some of our favorites. So Loretta Devine's in it, Jennifer Lewis, Rockman Dunbar. They're just incredible. Terry J. Vaughn is in it. Some more is in it for those of you who like those comics. And it's about essentially this black closeted gay man who returns home, I believe it's in Alabama, and learns that he has a young son. And then all the chaos ensues. There's family gatherings. It's in Black life. It's coming out. It's completely hilarious, and it pulls at the heartstrings, and it's all centered around family. So, and it has, to me, one of the best kind of family scenes where you have the mom and you have the crazy aunt. You might have the uncle saying something all at the dinner table. It does a really good job of that. I think you can catch this anywhere on streaming services. You can watch it on Amazon Prime Video, and I believe it might be on Hulu. It came out in 2006. It is so funny, and it is cute, and it is great, and it is one of my favorite family films. So I'm going to go with Dirty Laundry.
All right. Well, I like that pick. My pick number 2.
Oh, sorry. And it actually does pass the BBB test.
Yes, it does.
There are huge moments where they talk about it all. Right? Yeah. They talk about it all, and it does pass the test. I give it a 4.
You give it a 4. Great. So mine does not pass the BBB test. I mean, it's an animated movie.
This is new for you. Yours usually do.
It's an animated movie. It does not have any people of color in the animation, although a few of the animated characters are voiced by people of color. So it is called Klaus. Klaus, yes. It is an animated movie. It's on Netflix. It is a movie set in Smearsburg, which is way in the
where the hell is that?
Almost near the North Pole region of the world.
Now, Roger, in the North Pole.
It's almost in the North Pole region of the world. And it's about a small village, and it's about a young man named by the name of Jesper, and his father is the royal general of the postal service in this country. And because he's rich and he's pampered, he doesn't want to really work. And his father sends him off into the warring town of Smearsburg, where clans are warring against each other, to start a post office. And he meets a young toy maker by the name of Klaus. And
this is deep. I'm too high to be this deep.
And Jesper can't come home until he delivers 6,000 letters in a town that doesn't sell letters. So he finds out that these kids are always warring and they want toys. So he tricks Klaus into helping him get the kids to write him letters to get them a toy. So it turns out to be almost like a historical understanding of where the myth of Santa Claus comes from.
Okay, I was waiting for a turn. Okay,
yeah,
sure.
it is, and it just gives the story of how this whole town that was like run down and warring and fighting all the time to one of the most beautiful places on earth because of simple acts of kindness.
You know what? I'm gonna talk to you off this episode. You look like you got a little too high. You got me over here in the North Pole, in the real North Pole, looking at these people writing letters.
Check it out. You will fall in love with it.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna check it out because you ain't steered me wrong yet. All right, let me hit you with this one. I'm gonna go animated myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Inside Out 2.
Oh, honey, this movie wore me out. Ooh.
Lord, you about to cuss me out?
No, I said this movie wore me out. Like it was an emotional roller coaster.
It was,
but it was so beautiful.
Honestly, this is one of the times where I think the sequel did better than the original. Like the original,
absolutely.
Was great, but I love and I say this is a movie about family because for those of you who know about the film, right? Like each of the characters are based off an emotion, and so essentially you have joy, sadness, anger, fear, and I think it's disgust or like whatever it is.
Yep, it's disgust.
They figure out essentially how to live together, how to work together, how to move in harmony. They all understand each other. They have to wrestle with some things, and they seemingly got it all together until a new family member by the name of Anxiety shows up.
Well, a couple of new ones show up. You got Anxiety. You got Ennui.
Ennui. Oh my God. And so essentially you're watching this whole, and yes, even though we're talking about the emotions inside of a person, I feel like we're looking at a family try to figure themselves out as these characters discover things about themselves. I thought it was really well done. I love the cast. I'm usually not this gone over like Walt Disney Studio stuff, but I thought it was really well done. I really like Inside Out 2. Listen, y'all, you gonna cry. You gonna be in your feelings. There's a couple moments, and I don't want to give it away, where I feel like the dialogue was like preaching to me.
Yeah, well,
I feel like they were delivering sermons.
Well, Inside Out and Inside Out 2 is based on the IFS model of psychotherapy, the internal family systems.
You better give us big old words.
So it definitely gave a great therapy session. It gave you a great model on how to manage emotions. And I can't wait for Inside Out 3. Like,
yeah, seriously. I think can I just recommend Brunches? I think you should watch this one before you go hang out with your family at a film. It will help some things make sense. And I honestly think this animated film will give you some levity and some balance when you got to go deal with family that's not so kind.
Like one of those moments in Inside Out 2 that hit me was when we went down, not to give too many of the spoilers, but when they went down to the Imagination Land and how Anxiety was using imagination against her.
Baby.
Yo, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, this just read me.
They're in my lane. They're on my street right now talking to me.
Did you just read me? Okay. So,
and I absolutely think it's a 4 on the BBB scale.
Yeah, I would give it that. So
you gotta hit me with something.
My other family favorite, or not family favorite, but I think a good family film is a film by the name of Love, Simon. Have you seen this?
Oh my God, yeah.
I watched this movie, and I've watched this movie a couple of times. It also has a great spinoff called Love, Victor. That's a Hulu
I haven't
series.
watched Love, Victor. I have not watched the spinoff.
Go get your life in
Oh
some
my
Love,
God.
Victor. It has 3 seasons. It stars it is a different character, same high school, a young Latino man. It starts to write Simon to help him come out in his own way.
Come on, Love, Victor. I'm putting on the
Love,
list.
Victor was very good, but Love, Simon. I one of the things I loved about this movie was that I wish that young me was able to watch this with my family. Like this would have been a great way. Like if you're a parent and you want to make sure that your child or teen is comfortable with coming out to you, this is a great family movie to watch together.
I love that. I really adore that. Oh my God, Love Simon was so cute. All right, so Love Victor is on the block. Does it pass the BBB test?
Yes, it does. Actually, it does have.
Or where I should say, what's the ranking that you would give it? Would you give it?
I give it a 3 because
Okay.
there's no disability representation in the movie. But there's definitely queer representation. There are definitely people of color in it. And the female characters do have their own conversations. So, yeah,
Oh, I love
I would
that.
definitely give it a 4.
All right, well, I'm gonna hit you with a TV show. I'm gonna take it down to a TV show.
Go for it.
I'm going to bring in exhibit number 3, Frankie and Johnny
Frankie
from the
and
Netflix show. I'm going full on white woman. Do you hear me? I am going on. This is Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin, and a great Netflix show. It has 7 seasons, y'all. And what's great about, well, first of all, I've always loved Fonda and I've always loved Tomlin. I think they're just great actresses. And the show is really, really good, essentially talking about life after fill in the blank, after you hit a certain age.
Did you just say Frankie and Johnny?
Ain't it Frankie and Johnny?
You mean Grace and
Grace and
Frankie?
Frankie. Grace and I told you.
You definitely high.
Hi, bitch. I meant Grace
Frankie and Johnny is a completely different movie, honey.
Oh, it is. We're not talking about Elvis. That was Elvis.
You mean Grace and Frankie.
I
Continue.
meant Grace and Frankie. That wasn't Frankie Johnny. Yo, make sure that stays in the episode. That is
It is
hilarious.
staying.
That was
It is
going off.
absolutely staying
That was
in.
going off. Grace and Frankie. Oh my God. I am
Grace
so
and
sorry,
Frankie,
Miss
yes.
Fonda.
Jane
If Jane Fonda and Lily Tomlin hear
Yes.
this episode, please. They're gonna be hollering at me. Okay. Grace and Frankie.
It's a good series. I really
It's
love
a great series.
the
What I
series.
loved about it is really showing life after, like I said, all of the things after you hit a certain age. They're still working. They're still finding love and romance. I do give it, I would say like a 3.5. It doesn't have as many BIPOC folks in there, but they're not one-offs.
But
They're
Baron
not-
Vaughn is a great performer playing the adopted son of Frankie.
I love Ernie Hudson's character.
Ernie Hudson's character. First of all, Ernie Hudson's still fine at 80. What? Or 70? How old is
I don't know. Timeless.
Ernie Hudson is 78 and still fine.
He's 78.
He is 78 years old,
you gotta
walking
check
around
this out.
fineness.
It is absolutely cute. It's adorable. And it is the story of blended families, broken families. Like all of it is great. I love it. It is digestible. It's easy to watch. I would give it, like I said, a 3.5, but I really love Grace and Frankie, not Frankie and Johnny. Grace.
And listen, Sam Waterston and Martin Sheen ain't no, they ain't no slouches in this
They
series
are the
either.
cutest little white couple. These cute little boys. They're so cute.
They're so
And
cute.
I love Sam from like Law and Order, and
Mhm.
actually Sheen too. I'm used to seeing them playing really hard up kind of guys, but they do great.
They're really great.
All right, that was my third.
Okay, that was your third. All right, so I think it's time for us to move on to the problematic fave. My problematic fave for family movies is very well known family movie that I don't understand why people love this and why people kept watching it. Gremlins.
Now we about to fight. What you talking about? What you talking about now, Roger? What's your problem with Gremlins?
Gremlins?
Well, let me think about
First of all, Gremlins is not. First of all, Gremlins was not a family movie. It's extremely violent. It is all over the place.
Families can be violent.
Yeah, okay.
You
All
make
right.
them Menendez brothers.
Gremlins was scary.
Yes.
Gremlins was scary and terrifying. I was like, I don't understand. I got tricked into this movie because I started watching, because you start watching it and it's all these cuddly, friendly little things. And then they get splashed with water. And I was like, what is happening? What am I watching right now? And then it's this weird moment about when they tell the story about the Santa store getting caught in the chimney. And I was like, what? We didn't need this story in here. Where did this come from?
Really?
I don't like Gremlins. I don't like this movie.
Not at all.
I was like, well, I don't care about none of these people. And they crazy animals. And then they had the nerve to have a Gremlins too.
It was so good.
All right, well, there you go.
Roger.
Well, our taste, you see where our taste divide the road.
Don't you do that, our taste.
And it gets a 0. Gremlins gets a 0 on the BBB test.
I can see his face. He up there like,
So yeah, you want to amp up the violence and the action and make it a family movie. I would replace Gremlins with 2 things: either a Blue Beetle or Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings.
You better come through. Now, see, now you done saved it. Now I won't have to fight you because you know I love my Marvel. You know I love me some Shang-Chi.
But Blue Beetle is
good.
DC, and it was good. It was a decent movie.
I hope they keep that character because that's how good it was. That was all before James Gunn took over, but Blue Beetle was actually, and it was very family oriented. Very much so. Very good pick though.
Yeah.
Very good pick. Okay, friends, I'm gonna hit you with my problematic.
What you got?
It's a lot of people's favorite. The Home Alone series.
Goodbye.
Listen,
Throw this in the garbage.
Listen,
why are we watching this?
Love Macaulay Culkin for the this little white.
Who love Macaulay Culkin? Who love him? You know what? The only thing I love Macaulay Culkin is in
The Good Son. He was good.
The Good Son. That was the movie. That was the thriller. That was the scary movie. The Good Son. I was like, he said, "You won't put me in a box. You gonna know I'm an actor today.
I'm gonna be the devil for real." So my problem is like these movies could never happen. First of all, how you a whole mama and you done left your child? I know you got a lot of them, but you done left your child not once, but twice, girl. And one wasn't even the city that wasn't even yours. Listen, these movies are problematic as hell.
I mean, they're problematic, and I've definitely stayed at home at work a few times with a child.
That ain't what we talking about.
That got forgotten.
We ain't talking about that. We ain't talking about we ain't talking about you stayed at home. We ain't talking about being a latchkey kid.
No. I mean, I've stayed at work because I used to work with kids, waiting to find a parent that forgot their child to come pick them up. That is.
Okay. How long did you wait since we talking about it?
I've definitely waited a few hours.
But we ain't talking about a few hours.
Well, I mean, we're not talking about it. We're talking about you done got on a plane, took off, and realized your child is at home.
And sat down, changed your shoes, took off your pants and your drawers. And you're like, oh, wait a minute. I'm missing a whole I can't do this. I can't do it. So my replacement.
What you got?
My replacement is going to be, okay, so now I'm high. I forgot. What was I?
You better find it quick.
Oh, here we go. I actually like the Despicable Me series.
Oh, yeah. I really enjoyed that. I would replace it with that.
Still hijinks, and especially the older one. Actually, they always kind of been family movies, but I really like them. I think they're adorable. I think it's a great franchise. It's not as problematic as I will always have a soft spot for Home Alone, but it's problematic as hell.
I'll give that one to you.
I'm gonna go with the Despicable Me.
You said, yep, go for it.
Cute. Sorry, I couldn't think of it at first, but I'm gonna go Despicable Me.
Well, I think that is our show for today.
I think that's our family show today, baby.
So you want to send them off?
I'm going to send them off. So listen, don't forget to drop your favorite family films or movies about families in the comments. We would love to hear from you. And when you are out in the world, go ahead and be good or be good at it.
And I want you to know that you are enough just as you are. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, boo boos.